Is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
It's a Christmas movie. That's the end. It's a Christmas movie. That's the end. It's over. Thank you so much for watching.
Yep, it's done. We're done here. It's time to listen to Mom. So, The Nightmare Before Christmas is a movie that is always brought up, both at Halloween and Christmas, and I think it's time to debate and to solidify the answer once and for all that The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie. Don't you say?
I completely disagree, and I'm glad that you brought this subject up because I really love this movie. It's one of my favorites. This was my dad's favorite movie. He played it all the way from Halloween to Christmas and beyond. It was just almost felt like a year-round movie that you could always play. And I'm gonna say that it's a Christmas movie. One, because it's a Nightmare Before Christmas. It's in the title. I pass it off to you. It's in the title, man. It's in the title.
It's hard to argue against. It's in the title. But Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and it's not in the title. So I don't think we can just go off just titles alone. So we have to look at this also thematically. This is Halloween Town. And even though they're trying to understand Christmas, the entire idea of this movie exists inside of Halloween itself. So I have to argue that it's a Halloween movie because it exists in a time and place in which Halloween is everything. And I don't think that we can change it just on the ideas that Jack wants to see Christmas, even though at the end he finally realizes that he's just set for Halloween.
Going on themes, couldn't we argue that because the themes are saying that Halloween is old, it's been done, we just passed, especially like if we're saying Halloween's coming up, thematically we want to be something new, we want to embrace a new thing, such as when they're exploring Christmas, they're understanding Christmas. What is this that's coming? We're not celebrating the old time of Halloween, meaning like it's going to be past. So I would say like once Halloween is over, you start watching this to get to Christmas.
I can understand that, but also at the same time I feel like this movie is the idea of understanding that everything is Halloween, especially to Jack. Jack embodies the idea of Halloween, and it's more of a transformative tale of him realizing that he doesn't have to change himself. He doesn't have to be something. The times don't have to change. He can accept Halloween and himself for what it is, as the thing that he is and he embodies. Whereas I feel like the idea of the title saying The Nightmare Before Christmas, it's the idea that he thinks that he has to change, that he needs to be something more than what he really is. I don't think it actually references specifically Christmas, but more of a time and place in which Halloween has lost its sense of self and lost its sense that it's unique, when realistically it's the idea in the movie that Halloween is just finding itself all over again.
Could we go back to your first point about the fact that Die Hard takes place during Christmas? Technically, The Nightmare Before Christmas takes place also on Christmas, because remember, as they're stealing all the presents and everything, that's Christmas. And they even say at the end of the movie, which means it's thematically more about Christmas, because there's like, Christmas is being saved. Christmas is not saying Halloween is saved. Halloween was already celebrated. Halloween already happened. And Jack was embodying back Halloween for next year. It seems like he was trying to impose himself on another holiday because his already passed, but not only that, but he wanted something new.
So they live in a timeless world where it's always whatever a holiday they're in, depending on which tree they're in, because whenever he goes through the Christmas tree, he's technically going to the Christmas world. And when he's in his own world, he's in the Halloween world. And though he attempts to hijack Christmas, he ends up saving Santa Claus. So Halloween technically saves Christmas in the end. And
Humans
Christmas
then,
saves
for the
Christmas.
humans.
Right.
What is it for the humans then is the bigger question.
Well, we're not talking about the humans. We're talking about
because then it'll give us a stance like us what holiday it is, right? Because then we can argue it's an Easter movie because we do see the bunny. There's a door with the bunny on it, right?
Well, see, that's the thing is we can't argue for the stance of where the humans are because it does exist in multiple different holidays, right? Each of the holidays exist inside their own little world. And so just because we're jumping from one holiday to another, we're technically existing inside of Halloween world, other than the one moment which Jack goes out to the real world to attempt to hijack Christmas. But realistically, isn't he technically turning Christmas into Halloween with all of its presents and all of that?
It's true, but Santa saves it at the end. He
Well-
does save it and bring it back and like Jack is like, "Oh, my bad. I really screwed up on this one." And I almost go back. And he even says, "Next time you try to take over Halloween or Christmas," he like rates him about it.
He does. But Jack also saves Santa Claus from Oogie Boogie. Rest in peace, the
True.
voice actor
Oh
who
yeah,
just
yeah, I
passed
did hear
away,
about that.
which is part of the reason why I came up with the idea of even having this conversation. I feel like that even though I think the idea of the movie wants to be a Christmas movie, I think that even because of the overarching theme throughout the rest of it, it's not a Christmas movie just because it's Halloween finding itself. I feel like that's where I have to stand on that one.
Maybe is there more Christmas songs than there are Halloween songs, technically? Because they say this is Halloween, but almost every song is like, what's this? They're trying to like, do the experiments. And then there's another one where he's introducing Christmas later. And I guess the Oogie Boogie song is Control, but I think there's more Christmas songs. And then Halloween, how many musical Halloween things have you seen? This is almost more like a musical and whimsical and very lighthearted. If this was Halloween, there would be more nightmare horror involved because that's what Halloween is. Halloween isn't for the faint of heart.
It's called Nightmare Before Christmas, so it is in the title.
That's true. A horrible version of Christmas. You know, what was it? Black Christmas is also the other scary.
Yeah, there is that one.
I never saw it, but I heard the title once before.
I watched the remake in theaters, and it was something. So,
oh no,
exactly. It was one of the movies of all times, like The Joker 2, if you haven't seen that.
Oh gosh, that's a Nightmare Before Christmas right there.
That is a Nightmare Before Christmas. So, if we had to weigh it out, so if we weigh out the options between it being a Halloween movie versus being a Christmas movie, what are the top 3 things that make it a Christmas movie? We have to narrow it down to 3.
I'd say it feels more thematically seeing more Christmas things.
Or they sing more Christmas things.
It's the title is Nightmare Before Christmas, not Nightmare Before Halloween, even though we debated about the title. And then probably the third is when it takes place. Even though we could debate otherwise, I'd say when does this movie take place for the humans, even though he's going to put presents, they're hijacking Christmas. So you can watch this during Christmas. And I think that's what makes it more of a cheery Christmas movie. So I think that's a little more than 3 points. I'm kind of merging a few there, but
that's fine. Yeah, no, I got you.
That's where I'm at.
So the 3 points for Halloween is the title, the musical numbers, and what would be overarching time in which it takes place in the real world, not specifically in the world in which they exist, right?
Yes.
And so for me, on it's a Halloween movie, I think all of it is more metaphorical, so it exists in Halloween world, and it exists in a world in which Halloween is attempting to find itself, aka Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King himself, is attempting to change who he is to try to appease what he thinks he needs to be, and instead he's finding himself. So I think that it exists in Halloween world, so it's a Halloween movie. It's about the Halloween King realizing that he can be okay with just being himself as a Halloween movie. And I think that the end of the movie is the realization that he doesn't have to be anything else other than himself. So that's why it feels like a Halloween movie to me. But realistically, we're just 2 people. So now we have to question all of you listening. Is it a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie? Obviously, we can't be right. So we need you all down below to tell us. Which one is it?
Pick a side or else.
You have to be on one side or the other. No fences here. They have spikes on them in Halloween Town.
That's actually scary. But if you go to Christmas side, I promise you that's a little more cushier and more lighthearted. And Jack will wear at least a Christmas outfit as he's scaring you.
It's true. I think the only thing we can agree with at the end of all of this is that Sally didn't deserve all that.
No, I feel bad for Sally. Sally's character. Also, did you know that Catherine O'Hara did the voice of Sally?
Did she? I knew
that's a fun little
one
fact.
of the kids.
I know that this is like, and we do a lot of facts, but just to end on a fact, Catherine O'Hara, the person from Beetlejuice, she is the voice of Sally. Home Alone. The mom of Home Alone.
Or the lady from Schitt's Creek.
Yep. Oh, she's great in that too.
Oh, amazing.
There you go. This was your fun fact that you now all know about.
You'll never forget it either.
If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and we'll see you guys all in the next one.